The reason I didn't have any confidence, it comes to find out that I didn't know what confidence was. I was confused. I thought confidence was being courageous. I thought confidence was that feeling of being proud of yourself. Sometimes for the courage that you had. Or sometimes you'd buy something new. You'd buy a crispy new hat, a new shirt, new shoes. You'd get a new job. You buy something cool for your car, or you just bought a new car to you, whatever. And I thought that was the feeling of, oh yeah, this is going to give me so much confidence. When in reality, you're just proud of what you did. Okay, so you had good work ethic. You had money. You bought what you wanted. You're proud of yourself. That's not confidence. That's being proud of yourself. You're courageous. You're the type of person that has the courage to go talk to someone, to go ask the question, to send that email, to try to make that sale, to go whatever. You got the courage. I thought that feeling of courage was like, wow, look at all this confidence I have. I'll go try that new business. I'll go try a business even though no one in my family's ever done a business. I thought that was confidence. That's courage. I found out that was courage. I finally was able to make the difference between courage, being brave, being down, as opposed to confidence. I didn't find that out till I tasted confidence for the first time. Then it was like, oh man, so then everything I felt all this time that I thought was confidence, guess what? It wasn't. There's still good feelings, still good traits to have. Being courageous, man, come on. You gotta be, to be brave. You gotta have that willingness to take the risk. It may not work. You may fall flat on your face. It may totally just backfire. It has. And yeah, you suffer it. I was aware that could happen, and it did. Most of the stuff, I failed most of the stuff I've done. So then when finally I realized, that's confidence, and that's how you get it. By building discipline. Finally, a mentor fell on my lap, and it was like, no, this is how you do it. I was like, what? Coincidentally, it came at that point where I was ready to give up. Like, okay, I guess I'm broken. I guess it's just not gonna work. I'll just be okay with what I have and just settle. That lasted maybe like 20 minutes before, bam, got introduced to my mentor that taught me that discipline is the way to earn confidence. You don't look for confidence. You can't go buy confidence. You can't go, I'm gonna go do this to build confidence. That will never happen. I was like, what? But you do have the duty and obligation to build the discipline as a man. I was like, oh shit. Like, okay, this is hitting different. What's this guy talking about? I thought I was a man. I thought I was doing it. And that's when it turns out like, oh man, I had it all wrong. I had been listening to all this, stuff and trying to bettering myself and doing the journaling and going to the conferences and reading and exercising even, but none of it had that intention to elevate my attitude, the intention to build discipline. Some of the stuff I would do forcefully, but I would do it while I was whining and complaining. Why isn't this working? It's like, there you go. You've been journaling for a while and you're asking yourself, why isn't this working? As opposed to turning around and said, in the difficulty of not wanting to do it and you do it anyways, that's where you're building discipline. With discipline comes the equal amount of confidence. I was like, whoa. And it was true. I started building discipline, started earning as a gift from a higher power. God, source of creation, would give me this confidence because, man, you're doing the things you don't want to do. You're down. I respect that. That's my self-talk. Like, you didn't want to do that, and you did it. You knew that you should, and the old you would usually find a way to wiggle yourself out of it, but you didn't. You actually did it anyways. You used your curiosity, used your courage to push yourself through and say, no, I don't want to do it because I'm tired, I'm sleepy, it's hot, it's late, whatever. I'm going to do it anyways because I said I was going to do it. And instantly, you would feel that feeling of, I would feel that feeling, of, shit, I did it. That is self-trust. Another word for self-trust is self-love. Another word for that is self-confidence, self-esteem. It's all the same thing. You start trusting yourself more. I started trusting myself more. Trusting how? trusting myself and doing the things that I knew I should do, but I didn't want to do them. And I actually did. You knew, who else knew how bad I didn't want to do that thing, whatever it was. Then I'll share with you right now some 3 things that you can do every day that eventually you won't want to do, but you know that you should. But these were just things like throughout the day. I don't want to do that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, I don't want to stop by here. I'll just do it later. Hella procrastinator. Imagine the biggest procrastinator you know, and you start forcing them to not be a procrastinator. Everything you procrastinate on, go do as soon as you can. The more you're procrastinating and not wanting to do it, the higher it goes on the list of what you're going to do next. All those things I started doing. That started building discipline. It made me feel so good as soon as I would do it. Side note, pro tip. This is like hella important. Because if you force yourself to do those things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you're whining and complaining as you're doing them, you're not going to receive the confidence. The confidence comes when you're making yourself do it and you're actually grateful that you get to do it. Hell yeah, I get to do this. I'm so glad I get to do it. Thank you. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not even gonna cut corners. I'm gonna do it extra good. I'm gonna buy the extra thing that I need to buy to make this come out as best as possible. Yeah, what? It's gonna be great. That part right there. That is when you're gifted the confidence. And you mean it. At first you're gonna force it. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first few times it's like, really, I really don't want to do this. But you know what? No. I'm gonna do the best as I can, even if I don't want to do it. That's how I would start at the beginning when I didn't want to, and I didn't want to lie to myself. So I say, yeah, even if I don't want to do this, I don't like doing this, I'm going to make myself do it, and I'm going to do my best to do the best as I possibly can at this. That's when I noticed that when I would finish, I would be like, oh, dang, it came out pretty cool, or like, hey, that's pretty clean, or that's pretty dope that I did that even though I didn't want to. And instantly, I'm telling you, instantly, I started to feel that, like, what's that good feel? That feeling good. That feeling good of like, dang, confidence. The first one was just a little like, well, I'm just kind of proud of myself. Then later on, it hit different because now the next thing came in and the next thing came in. It's like, hey, I'm starting to, it's like you start trusting someone. It doesn't come out of the first thing that they do for you. It's the fact that they always show up. They're always there. They always say that they're going to be there at 6 and they're there at 6:45. At 5:45, I'm sorry. You know what I meant. Man, these people are trustworthy. That's what you want to build. That self-trust is that self-love. It's that connection you start making with yourself because you know how bad you didn't want to do it, but you did it anyways. Like, this dude always comes through. I like this guy. See that? It went from not knowing you to I know you, but I don't really like this guy. Why don't you like him? Because he's not trustworthy. You start trusting you start liking you. You continue to trust you like, man, this guy always comes through. He always shows up. It'll go from I like this guy to I'm starting to love this guy. Self-love, self-trust, self-esteem, self-confidence. It's all the same thing. All you're doing is bettering your relationship with yourself. I didn't know that. Once I started to build that relationship with myself, I was like, hey, I'm a fucking pretty badass guy. Why do you say that? I could say, I could have said that before. Yeah, but you're just saying it. You don't feel it. You don't believe it. You don't have anything to back it up. What makes you a badass? Because you pay your bills and you have a job and you take a shower and you brush your teeth. And some people just automatically do that, but they still don't do those things that they know that they should, but they don't. They don't go check their health. They're out of shape. They don't wake up early. They don't track their food. Squeezing through here, hold on. There we go. All those things. At one point or another, we don't want to do them, but we know what we should. We know we should be eating healthy, tracking our food, knowing what kind of food and nutrition our body needs and giving it to it. We know we should be waking up early, earlier than we have to. Well, I wake up early for work. I go to work at 6, so I wake up at 5 every day. Yeah, why don't you wake up at 4? because you want to stay there till you're required by your commitment and your boss to say, vámonos. Then you say, yes, sir, and you wake up early for them. But you don't wake up early for you, earlier than you have to. Exercise. A lot of us don't exercise daily. Not Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. No, 7 days a week. Why? Because you don't have to. Because, hey, everything's working. I don't need to. I exercise at work. What? You know? That's the excuse I used. I'm tired. I don't got time. I don't have money. Push-ups don't cost nothing. You don't have to go nowhere, and there's a floor everywhere you go. And gravity works here, so you'll be all right. That's the thing. That's how you build that confidence. That's how you build that discipline. That's how you earn. See, sometimes I still mess up. But just remember that. You don't buy confidence. You don't get confidence. You don't build confidence. You earn that shit. You earn confidence. And the only way you earn it is by building discipline. If you got any questions, hit them up in the bottom. Questions, comments, or suggestions. If you got any questions on confidence or discipline, bust them down below. If you made it to this part of the video, if this video got you curious at all, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get updates on every time I upload. I upload daily, by the way, sometimes multiple times a day, but at the very least once a day. That's how I build my discipline. And yeah, if this thing triggered you at all, this video kind of like you felt that I was talking to you, like, hey man, he's talking to me. Why is this causing so much curiosity? That's because you're supposed to do it. Stop waiting for the next video. Stop first. Here, you want to stop waiting? Start with this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop some sort of a comment or question or suggestion down below, and start applying what I'm telling you. Start building yourself realizing that you don't have any confidence. You don't have any confidence. All you have is that feeling of feeling good. You're proud of yourself for your accomplishments or what you've done. You're leaning on your gifts, and you're avoiding doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, and you know that you should. I'll get at you on the next one.